Hajimemashite, boku wa Jiri desu. Hey, everyone out there in YouTube land. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Unsponsored. Not gonna say the name, but you saw it there on part of my cup. I only do that because it's one of the places that offers offers an English word that I don't pronounce, a rewards card, and it's actually useful. Like, I typically will avoid a rewards card because they require you to save up, and then you can get a few cents a gallon off your fuel or whatever. It's just another way to track your purchases. Just like with Google, you do a Google search, you'll notice that, like, coincidentally, things start advertising on YouTube related to the search you made, if there's anything applicable. Anyway, so yeah, that was interesting, and I signed up for that, and I get almost $1 off per coffee. So, I mean, if you don't know about that, or if you have them in your area, check them out. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I'm going to buy coffee either way, so I guess they might as well track the fact that I come in and buy coffee. I don't know what good that information to let them know. But if they send me ads for coffee, I mean, I'll buy coffee at, whatever grocery store I shop at the week I need it, but say they put some Kopi Luwak or something, it's like there's an ad. You get a pound of Kopi Luwak for like $10, one-time offer. I'd buy it. I'm not scared of it. All right, so there's a few different things I've considered talking about in today's video. One of them was like Facebook drama. Keep it off Facebook. That's really simple, so I'm probably not going to go into that too much. The only other thing I'd say about Facebook pretty much is stop fucking posting "I am so happy, I'm so lucky," or anything like that. Okay? Because there's a few things about it. People like me don't fucking believe you. If you're so happy on vacation, with your spouse or with your kids or whatever you're doing, if you're anything like me, you're not even going to think about the existence of fucking Facebook. Sometimes I take pictures to put on later. The purpose of the picture is actually for me, though. So if it goes to Facebook, it's going to kind of be a convenience thing for me. Hey, it's already on my computer, or it's in my phone, it's on my computer, whatever, because I save a lot. I back up pictures. I've got carbonite and a few other things going on, but I back pictures up. So yeah, like, the picture isn't taken, I'm going to show off to my friends. And that's the other side of what I was going to get at. There are people that are friends with you on Facebook, they probably don't care. That's probably the majority. They're like, whatever. But there are people that are jealous, or like maybe they're in a position, a state, or in some sort of way that they can't enjoy things the way you do. So, like, it's kind of an asshole thing. Anyway, but I mean, that's your thing. If they don't like it, they can unfriend you, right? And they can leave your glorified presence. And then, like, your beliefs, go for it. Republican, Democrat, whatever religion, I guess. Although someone that posts like 10 times a day, something either about religion or just really 10 times a day in general, I unfollow them. I don't unfriend them. But you have like levels of involvement, pretty much. You can make them a friend, an acquaintance. You can make them, I don't know, ex-high school, first homeroom, third chair, but whatever. I don't know about that. But after like you've determined what friend they are, you can also like follow or unfollow, turn off notifications, stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you, if you're a friend of mine, a buddy of mine, you post 10 times a day, especially about politics or religion, and especially if each of the 10, every one of the 10 is about religion or politics or both, then I'm fucking out of there. One of my pet peeves is the meme that goes around on Facebook. If you believe religion should be in schools, like, share, and whatever. It never says comment. That's what a private school is for. A public school, well, it's public. We're the land of the free, remember? You don't have to be religious. If I want my children to understand religion, I'm going to make sure they get exposed to multiple religions. Anyway, that's why I avoid those political and religious, because it's always like, that's a battlefield. It is a battlefield. That's it. Because no matter what you say, someone else can say something different, and it's not wrong. That's what a lot of other people don't get. It's not wrong to express that belief. That's why I avoid it, because you're not going to prove someone wrong. If someone doesn't believe in God and someone does, they both have the same argument. Well, individually, they have their own same argument every time. It's like, you can't prove there's a God. We can't prove there's not. Or because I believe it is true, something like that. Whatever. Now, the other topic, I forgot there was a third topic, and I forgot what that was. Because the one I decided to go with after probably 7 minutes, camera's covered, not the camera, the clock on my camera's covered up, so I can't see how far into the recording. Oh, yeah. The other one was Matthew Pittman from RepoNut, that channel. I'm worried about him. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe the loss of his wife was like the first, because I've watched more than half his videos probably. Maybe the loss of his wife was like the first loss he's had of someone he loved. Maybe. I don't know. I've only watched like half of his videos, if that. Probably a little more. I don't know. But I've seen a lot of his videos. I've heard him talk about himself a lot. And I haven't Googled him or Wiki'd him or anything like that. But, I don't know. He's apparently... He made the impression that he's broke. And then, like, not the last few videos, because I checked today. This is why I'm talking, of course, about him. Well, I checked over the weekend, actually, but I'm thinking about it today. The last few videos were semi-normal videos, but he's acting more like maybe depressed. He has a really monotone, and he's, even when he kind of tries to laugh out loud, it's it's like he's drained of energy. That could be viewed as depressed, or he could have been exhausted. But video after video, except for the ones that he recorded, ages ago. But yeah, there was a few videos, I don't know if they're still up, I remember them from months ago, where he's like, he bought new stereo equipment, it was like immediately after his wife's passing. He was putting new stereo equipment in. He has, all these lights and things, LEDs that went inside, around his speakers, inside his truck, and all over. And I'm like, well, he's doing good. He deserves it. It's a way, I don't know, to, you don't get over a loved one dying, to accelerate through the process, through the healing process. Well, to accelerate into the healing process. Because you don't get through it or over it. You just get into it. Because, you know, there's a wall on both sides. Anyway, if you haven't been through it, good on you. And I'm not going to explain, because everyone probably feels it different anyway. But then, you know, all this new equipment and whatever, and then, like, he's broke. Like, he's broke. I've read in some of his comments, and I Googled this, and I YouTubed it. I looked all around. I found nothing. I found he was arrested in 2010 for basically fleeing the scene of an accident. But in the comments of a few of his videos, people claim he was arrested on a DUI and lost his company, because his insurance, maybe his automobile insurance too, but his bonding insurance, what are the commercial insurance you carry, that, you know, because he's responsible for the vehicle he carries. And, like, if he backs into someone's house with that vehicle, you know, someone's got to pay for that. So he has to have that $1 million, not deductible, that $1 million, I forget what it's called. And I should know that. Anyway, he lost that insurance because I don't know what he was driving when they claim, because I couldn't verify it. But that's what's said. He lost insurance and everything. That's why he's not making videos about towing right now. He's only posting older videos he's recorded in the past. And I can't verify that. He might just be taking a break for all I know. And anyone can make a story up about what they see, what the facts everyone knows are, and then make a story up to fill in gaps in that. And people just fucking believe it. Like, oh yeah, that sounds like the truth. So I'm gonna follow that. I mean, that makes sense to me. Okay, we're at 12 minutes. I had to block the camera a second to get the clock visible. I've got to keep an eye on that because, you know, lunchtime and all. I've got to make sure I don't go over lunch. While I enjoy my coffee. I had a chicken sandwich, by the way. Chicken sandwich with my coffee. Like Kirk did on the Tribbles. Well, he didn't actually enjoy his chicken sandwich or his coffee because the Tribbles were in the coffee and on the sandwich. Anyway, obscure random memory. So yeah, I know that something happened. I do not know if he did get a DUI or not. If so, it's not all over Google. I even searched for, like, Repo Man exposed or RepoNut exposed. There's nothing immediately out there that was of any interest. Like I said, I found his arrest from 2010. And, you know, that's just an arrest. That just pretty much, you know, told me, yeah, he was arrested for fleeing the scene in 2010. But as a truck driver or a repo truck guy, it was probably just like a technicality or probably dismissed in court or something. I think he talked about that story actually in one of his videos, because I have a vague memory of it. And the reason why he left had to do with fearing for his own safety. Like, he was towing a vehicle. Either someone chased him and tried to stop him, and some vehicle struck another vehicle, and that's why he was arrested. And in the picture, you know, it's just a mugshot. He wasn't in, you know, orange jumpsuit or anything. It's just his picture. So yeah, I'm pretty sure though. I mean, I don't know how to see if someone was convicted or not. It's an arrest record in Utah. Anyway, moving on to kind of the like going against my own. Well, no, you come to YouTube to talk about this stuff. Oh, I've got a paper cut. Wow, how did I get that? That's crazy. I don't work with paper that much anymore. Like, we used to carry paper in my job, but now it's all digital. But I got a paper cut. I just felt it. And yeah, it's not bleeding. It's, you know, anyway. Yeah, you know, paper cuts don't, well, sometimes they do, but this one's not bleeding. That's fun. I don't have any alcohol with me. Oh yeah, doing my first aid kit. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll clean it up here after lunch. Or in a minute after the video. Okay, well, let me get off worrying about my paper cut. It doesn't sting that bad though. It itched a little bit and I looked at it and it's out. Moving on to the final point, because I'm going to get this video up and yeah, we'll get the point over. I did not plan to record my journey to Japan. Well, back to Japan. As you should know if you watch my channel, for about 7 years I lived in Japan, from 98 to 2005. That includes, you know, time that I came back here to do whatever, you know, trips back and forth, stuff like that. But, you know, that was the time period. And the reasons why I left, blah, 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 that's all behind me. But we're on a journey to go back. I didn't plan on recording that because, you know, like I mentioned earlier, not everyone's in the same position you are. So, and they might not be, you know, might upset them. But the thing is, it's turning into a journey. It's not, I guess it's not easy being an Arkansan and 40, and a family man. It's basically, it's easier to hire like someone that just graduated, that'd come over there and work probably for less. Easier to get them in than to hire me, because it's like, seriously. Anyway, so it's a journey. So if you're watching and you're over there, hey, give me a shot, buddy. Because I know some of them. I mean, it's in my email footer. You can see my video videos, my video channel. Anyway, Tokyo Sam, there's another thing. If you got any schools, well, any friends that own, run, or head schools, you know, throw their attention my way. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get off here so I can clean this up. It is bugging me now. It's just constantly itching. And I don't want it to get infected because it's complicated. So if you've been with me this long, don't forget to subscribe and like. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Bye now.